Jared Canada here, coming at you with quick riff number 4. So quick riff number 4 is all based around the idea of using octaves. Using octaves can help you learn your fretboard. Using octaves can help you create really long lines that go all the way down the fretboard, even based off of very simple ideas. So the octave shapes that you need to know, starting on the E string, so I'm at the 5th fret at A, an octave of A, what you would do is you'd go 2 frets higher, skip over a string, which in this case would be here. So imagine going up 2 frets, skipping the A string, and then come into the D string. So both of these notes are A. They're the same note, they're octaves. When we move to the next string, in this case D, on the A string, to play the octave we do the same exact thing. Up 2 frets, but skip a string, so we end up on the G string with the 3rd finger. Those are both D's, same note. Now when we get to the next set, it's a little different. We move to 1st finger, same thing. Now instead of going up a whole step or 2 frets, we're now going up a whole plus a half or 3 frets. So 1, 2, 3 frets up, skip over a string, and now you're on the B string. So you have finger 1 and finger 4. Both of those are the same note. Now the next set, G string, is the same exact thing again. 3 frets up, skip a string, and drop your pinky. So all together, octave shapes, 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are the shapes. Now the quick riff that we're going to look at is based off the B minor pentatonic scale. So typically B minor pentatonic would be at the 7th fret. If we were going to use shape 5 of the pentatonics, it would be back here at the 5th fret, where we were just hanging out a second ago. So the riff is this. So it's like a combination of shape 5 and shape 1 of the pentatonic. You can pick them all or hammer them on, slide them, whatever you want to do, as long as those are the right notes. Now, where the octaves come in, what we're going to do is after we play that riff, we're going to play the same exact riff an octave higher. So what note did we start on? We started on A. So we know an octave of A is here. So we started with our 1st finger with the 1st riff. We're going to start the riff again here and do the same exact thing. So all together, you have, and then lastly, we want one more octave. So we did this one, then we jumped to here. Now we want an octave from here, and this is where we need to use the 4 fret or 4 finger, 1 and 4 finger stretch. So now that's showing us where to go for the same riff again. So when you string them together, we're basically using one riff that we're playing 3 times in 3 different spots, all different octaves, which means they're the same exact thing, but higher pitch. And that idea could be applied to any scale or riff that you ever play. Just to make a quick example, if you were playing a G pentatonic scale, if we just took, let's say, the first 2 strings, if we find an octave of that G, play the same thing again. Find an octave of that G, and now we have our little pentatonic riff that climbs the fretboard. So that's the idea behind octaves. If you know your E string and your A string really well, a lot of times because of doing bar chords, and that's usually where your scales start from, everybody seems to know their E and their A string a little better than some of the other strings. However, you could use that string that you do know, let's say, for example, this G, and use it to say this is G, and then find that and say this is G, using this octave trick. A, B, B, B. And then you put your riffs on top of them. In the case of the quick riff number 4. So download the backing track, check out the tab in the notation, and give it a shot.